What is up, guys? Little Dog here. Today I'm bringing you a quest guide for the quest Deadliest catch. Fairly easy quest, fairly quick quest for its rank, so let's just get right into it. There are some quest requirements for this quest. There are only the quests Tower of Life as well as Druidic Ritual. There are no prerequisite quests to those quests, so those are the only two quests that you have to have completed. There are also some skill requirements. You're going to need 67 Hunter, 70 Thieving, and 70 Fishing to be able to complete this quest. The reason this quest is so high ranked as a master quest is because of these skill requirements. There's nothing that's actually difficult about this quest. So take that as you will. These are non-boostable skills as well, so you have to have these skill levels. Actually, you can't just boost to them to complete the quest. For what you're going to need to complete this quest, there are actually no required items. So you're just going to want to go in with an empty inventory. That way you can pick up the items you do get during the quest without a problem. And to begin the quest, you're going to want to speak to Jones, the fisherman. He's standing outside of the bank within the fishing guild. So speak to Jones. He's going to tell you all about the Thalassus and how he wants you to help hunt it down. And he's going to tell you everything you need. So you're going to want to accept the quest when it pops up. And then when you get the dialogue options, you're going to want to choose options 1 through 3 and read up everything he tells you. He tells you you're going to need a rower, you're going to need a new harpoon, and you're going to need a map, a sea chart, to go kill the Thalassus. Once you've chose options 1 through 3, you're going to want to choose the 5th chat option. Actually, I'll be right back. And head to the gate of the fishing guild to pickpocket the Master Fisherman. Now, it's normal to fail pickpocketing him a couple times. It can be kind of annoying because he stuns you every time. Just keep trying until you get that sea chart, and it won't be a problem. Once you've gotten it, it's time to make the harpoon, and you have to speak to Linza to make the harpoon. But we're going to do something else with the Master Fisherman before we head over there. So speak to the Master Fisherman and choose the first chat option to ask about Deadliest catch. This is when he tells you about Linza, who can possibly help make you that harpoon. So you're going to want to go out of the gate and head north towards Heminster. And Linza should be standing outside near these anvils right here. When you speak to her, you're going to get a cutscene in which your character hands her the plans. She throws them out and decides to make you a harpoon. She throws out the plans because Jones doesn't know what he's doing, and she quickly smiths you a great harpoon, gives it to you, and now you can head back to Jones with the harpoon. Speak to Jones, you're going to give him the harpoon. Tell him you'll be right back, and now you're going to want to head north of the Tower of Life to speak to Guns about being your rower. So home teleport to Ardoin, or if you have an Ardoin cloak or anything like that, bring that to teleport faster. Guns is the one lifting the log and counting outside of the Tower of Life, so speak to him, and your character will automatically ask him to be the rower. He'll agree, however, he tells you that he gets seasickness really bad, so you need to make a sea legs potion. Speak to Bonafido, who's sitting down just outside the door. He's going to give you a tea, and then you need to pick some lowland heather from around the Tower of Life. Some of it has aphids in it, so you just need to keep picking until you find one, and your character puts one in your inventory, and then you can combine it with the tea that you were given. Take the sea legs potion back to the Guns. And choose the first chat option yes when he asks if you want to travel back to the fishing guild. Talk to Jones, tell him you're ready to go, and say lead the way. Now this is going to begin your hunt for the Thalassus. Where you have the flashing arrow is where you're going to want to search at first to find your trail. This is a bit like hunting, where you have to follow the trail and click on certain items to reveal more of the trail. So investigate the initial wreckage, and it's going to give you a trail, and you have to search other wreckages around to find the rest of the trail. So you also have an option to loot the wreckage. So you can right click on it, select loot, and take one or up to 3 of the items in the loot. However, you can check them all and take whatever loot you want. However, when you do exit the wreckage, the rest of the loot falls to the bottom of the sea, so you can't do anything. You also have the Thalassus' Curiosity in your minigame tab in your inventory or wherever you have it. Whenever you investigate the wrong thing enough times, that's going to go up, and once it fills all the way, you have to restart your search. However, it is the same trail, so just make sure you remember what you clicked on. You can only carry 3 items each time you search, so choose carefully what loot you want to bring. But keep in mind, you can put things back if you don't want them. Now I am going to fail this search and lose the Thalassus' Curiosity and have to restart over. So I am going to speed those up until I get to the actual one where I do find the Thalassus. Just make sure you remember what items you searched before, that way you can continue your search in the right direction. So on this search, I do find the Thalassus, so I've slowed it down so you can follow my trail if yours just so happens to be the same trail. However, I believe they are random, but don't quote me on that. So I did slow this down just in case they are the same. That way you can just search my trail immediately, and you'll be able to get right to the Thalassus. Once you search your final item, it's going to go to a cutscene in which you guys find the Thalassus. Jones tries to attack him, and you and Jones are knocked off the boat, and the guns is able to stay on. Now you're going to wake up on a mermaid's island, and you have to convince these mermaids to let Jones go by choosing certain dialogue options. I will have those on the screen, and I'll read them to you when they pop up. So for the first option, when it comes up, you're going to choose the second chat option. The Thalassus has eaten Jones, the Master Fisherman. They're going to tell you it doesn't scare them and stuff like that. And you tell them the first chat option, it should. He's been hunting for decades. They say, oh, that's horrid. Say 3, very horrid. After he's killed the Thalassus, he'll probably come after you. Say 2, trust me, I'm a great adventurer. I should know. They say you seem well traveled. Follow that by, did I mention Jones has a harpoon with him? They say, oh no, a harpoon, and then say, the first chat option, it's no ordinary harpoon. Now at this point, they agree to help free Jones using a Karm wand and feeding it to the Thalassus. However, you do need to track down the Thalassus again for them, so they take you back to the boat with guns in it, and you have to do the search all over again. Now I am just going to speed this up since you already know what to do. However, keep in mind you can loot all the wreckages again for 3 more items. And like last time, I'm going to slow it down when I get to the final search. That way, if it's the same one that you have, you can just follow along exactly what I did, without having to pause and go and all that. Alright, so here's the final search. I'm going to have it slowed down for you. That way you can investigate all the correct wreckage. I'm still going to get some wrong here, I believe. But if you follow the ones that I search that reveal a trail, you'll be alright. As well as even if you click the ones I got wrong, you'll still be able to complete it if you only click them as many times as I did, because I didn't get sent back to the beginning because I actually found him. Okay. At this point, you find the Thalassus. They feed it a Carm-1. It spits out Jones, and he gives you a tooth to bring to Linza that he managed to steal on his way out. Now, you're going to be brought back to the Fishing Guild, and you need to take that tooth back to Linza, who'll still be north of the Fishing Guild in Hemminster. Just speak to her. Your character is going to give her the tooth, and you're going to be phased out, and Linza will no longer be there. So head back to the Fishing Guild, and right back to Jones. Talk to Jones. Click through the dialogue. He tells you can hunt again if you want, up to 10 more times. If you want to do that, just right-click on Jones and select Go Hunting. You'll be able to track down the Thalassus again, and then once you're done with the dialogue, that's quest complete. If this helped you, be sure to leave a like, comment down below if you have any questions, tips, suggestions, or complaints. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you're bored, check out some of my other stuff. I do boss guides, quest guides, and event guides, and other stuff too. Subscribe. Thanks.